Hello, Huskers fans. This is Jacob Padilla and Drake Keeler reporting live from our hotel room in Minneapolis. We are up here for the Big Ten Basketball Media Days. The event got started today on Tuesday, but the Huskers are going on Wednesday, and we'll hear from Fred Hoiberg, Derek Walker, Sam Griesel on the men's side, along with Amy Williams, Alexis Markowski, and Jazz Shelley on the women's side. Been a long off season, but basketball season's only a few weeks away. So, what are you looking forward to hearing today or this week, Drake?
Yeah, tomorrow, just on the women's side, this is a team that made the NCAA tournament last season, lost the first game, but they're looking to continue to raise expectations, raise the bar for this program, is what Amy Williams has been saying the past few weeks. So that'll be something they're looking forward to. Alexis Markowski, Jazz Shelley will be big parts of that, both all Big Ten selections last year. Markowski, Big Ten Freshman of the Year. So, their role will be big again this season. And I'm looking forward to, hearing about that and how they plan to build on the season they had a year ago.
And unfortunately, the men's team not quite coming into this event from the same perspective. They were picked to finish last in the unofficial Big Ten preseason media poll, which not a surprise based on the last few years, what we've seen from this program. And again, it's another year of Fred Hoiberg kind of swapping out his roster. Got new assistant coaches to go with the new players here, but they do have a strong returning core, led by Derek Walker, who has been in this program the entire time that Fred Hoiberg has been here. He's been the one constant, even though he didn't get to play that first year he was in the program. So it'll be interesting to hear his perspective compared to Griesel, who Lincoln native, grew up a Husker fan, spent 4 years at North Dakota State, and now he's choosing to come back home for his fifth and final year of college basketball. So it'd be interesting to hear kind of the perspective of those two guys that'll be the leaders of this team that have taken very different paths to get to this point. I think one thing that I'm looking forward to hearing more on is the consistent theme throughout the offseason about this team and kind of the differences from previous is kind of more of a defensive focus. And they added some longer players and some more physical players, guys that can go get an offensive rebound, and they're going to change their perspective or their kind of game plan on that side of the ball. So just looking forward to hearing kind of how that's progressing, maybe how some of these guys are fitting into the schemes and how that's all coming together. And then the other big question that I have is kind of the rotation and how does that kind of play out? I think we know the core 6-7 guys that are probably going to play. And then you've got a lot of young guys that are competing for those backup guard spots in particular, with Ramel Lloyd Jr., Jamarcus Lawrence, two freshmen, Denham Dawson, who joined the team at semester last year and redshirted. We'll get our first chance to see him play. And then Keisei Tominaga coming back after his first year, coming from the JUCO ranks last year. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how those guys are coming along, kind of how deep does Fred think he's going to be able to go, and what is he looking for from those guys to kind of claim those last rotation spots. What else are you looking forward to hearing about?
Yeah, depth and rotation will also be a topic of discussion on the women's side. This team is expected to have 4 returning starters taking the court for the first game between Shelley, Markowski, and Allison Widener and Isabel Bourne. But that 5th spot was, expected to be filled by Sam Hyvee, who was out for the season with a leg injury. So now that opens up some more opportunities, and the depth for this team is wide open. Who will just fill minutes on the court is something that'll be a topic of discussion tomorrow and just throughout the season.
Hopefully you'll be able to come back up here at the end of the season for the Big Ten women's basketball tournament. I think that's why they're hosting the Big Ten Media Days here this year. Just kind of launching, leading into that. The men's tournament will move to Minneapolis moving forward after this year, I believe. So it's kind of trying to get the basketball buzz started early here in Big Ten country. But we've still got a few weeks left until the season starts. The preseason coverage is starting to ramp up here. At Hail Varsity, we'll have more coverage from the Big Ten Media Days here on our YouTube channel, on hailvarsity.com. We'll have plenty of content for you coming out of this week, and we will talk to you again after we hear from the players and kind of recap how the day went. So until then, go Huskers.